let's talk about freshman debuts over last weekend. There were 6 freshmen who really stunned and made great debuts in their first showing as freshmen. So there was a lot going on here. The first guy I want to talk about is Dylan Ragusin of Michigan. And holy cow, Ragusin just made an impact at Michigan. The true freshman pinned Nick Aguilar of Rutgers. He beat also, that same weekend, last weekend, he also beat King Sandoval of Maryland. He beat him by major decision. He beat MD by MD. Kind of funny, but he will be facing a tough schedule. You know, in the upcoming weeks, he's going to see some tough guys at 125 pounds. I'm interested to see how he's going to do, but this 2-time Illinois state champion and 6-time Fargo All-American is going to be big for Michigan. If this is, I don't want to call this like what was a potential hole for Michigan, but if they can actually fill this with now Ragusin as a potential All-American, that's going to be huge and Michigan just going to jump leaps and bounds. He was previously unranked, now is a top 15 ranked wrestler. And now that moves us into the next big freshman who made a impressive debut. Really all around, these guys made great debuts, and that was Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, first of all, let's talk about Trevor Mastrogiovanni of Okie State at 125 pounds. He beat Fabian Gutierrez, who was the number 18 ranked guy of Chattanooga. He beat him by a decision 8-2. Now listen, is this a top 10 win? No. Is this a top 5 win? No. Is anybody saying he should be an All-American right now? Well, a couple of people actually are, but he beat a top 18 ranked guy. That's darn impressive. He also beat Oregon State's wrestler by a decision. Now, Trevor Mastrogiovanni, if you don't know, is a 3-time preps champ out of Blair, an Ironman champ out of Sparta, New Jersey. So now he is a top 16 ranked wrestler, previously unranked. And this is just bumping up Oklahoma State in their rankings and projections for the NCAA tournament. And not only him, not only Mastrogiovanni, but also Dustin Plott, who's a true freshman who got 2 nice W's on the weekend, a decision and a tech fall, but also AJ Ferrari at 197 pounds, the true freshman who earned 2 major decisions on the weekend. Oklahoma State is impressive this year, and I think that they are just going to continue to show up in the season. They're just going to continue to make leaps and bounds as they head into 2021 and beyond. Next up, we have Brock Hardy at 149 pounds. So Hardy at 149 pounds, wow. Maybe you forgot about him, but he's at Nebraska, the freshman. You may have forgot about him because he actually took a 2-year mission trip. I actually didn't even realize it, but he took a 2-year mission trip. I found this information out from Matt Scouts over at Rockfin. Get a lot of great wrestling news and information from Matt Scouts, but he actually took the number 18 spot from Michael Blockus of Minnesota, who he was previously unranked, is Brock Hardy, and geez, like I said, like a Michigan, a potential hole that they had at 125. I think that 149 I wasn't sure what was going to happen with Nebraska, but Hardy showed up, and I think he's going to continue to do great things this season. So that's just another impressive freshman this year. At 165, this is the match that a lot of people are talking about. And by a lot of people, I think they're really talking about this because I mentioned Matt Scouts before, but Willie Saylor called this upset over Peyton Robb. Andrew Sparks of Minnesota, the true freshman, beat number 10 Peyton Robb 7-6. And this was a match. This was quite a match. I watched the match. And while Sparks was a 2020 California state champ, coming in as a true freshman is impressive. But Robb came out, he got the first slick takedown, was able to earn riding time. I think it was almost 2 minutes he got on Andrew Sparks. And then went into the second, got another takedown with maybe like a minute left. So it was 5-1. Sparks was winning this, Peyton Robb was winning this match. Then Sparks mounted a comeback. He got a takedown with 3 seconds left on the clock in the second period. He went down, earned an escape, got another takedown, made the score 7-5. Robb ended up getting the escape, but he was able to. But before he got the escape, Sparks was able to eliminate the riding time, which I think was even more impressive. Just that he was able to ride him out like that. And holy cow, what a match there! Andrew Sparks is going to be somebody to watch out. He bumps up to the number 16 in the rankings, and honestly, it's a spot that's well deserved. Now let's talk about 174 pounds. Trey Muniz of Arizona State. It's a team that I haven't really talked about in a little while as Arizona State, but he was able to defeat Anthony Mantanona with 3 minutes of riding time he was able to earn. He beat him by a score of 8-3, and holy cow. I also want to mention at Arizona State this year is another freshman in Colton Schultz. Schultz, at 285 pounds, redshirt freshman, wrestled... was able to earn a decision in the fall and a decision. He actually wrestled. He didn't make his debut this weekend, which is kind of what I'm talking about here, freshmen who made debuts, but he did wrestle this weekend and got a win against Oklahoma. And, I mean, really great match all around. In Arizona State, they're a team that needs to start really getting their freshmen kind of on the same page because they lost a lot of tough guys with Zahid Valencia, with Josh Shields. So it's good to see them growing. And the last true freshman that I want to talk about is Nathan Haas. He, of Nebraska, at 184 pounds, was filling in for Venz. Now, he was filling in for Venz. Venz was out this past week. He's expected to be back in the duel against Iowa, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but he was back in the duel. He started in the duel, beat number 15, Owen Webster. So really, the main reason I want to bring this up is because although Taylor Venz is still ranked, and he will continue to be ranked unless for some reason there's some unknown problem we don't know about, it just shows how deep Nebraska is. Nebraska is deep, and if they're able to get their backup, quote-unquote backup, to defeat the top 15 guy in the country in Owen Webster of Minnesota, I mean, that just shows that Nebraska is deep, and I'm stoked on Nebraska. I have been for a while, and I will continue to be stoked on Nebraska. If you like this clip and are looking for more wrestling news and discussion, I recommend that you check out the full Fanco Wrestling Show podcast, which is live on this YouTube channel every single week. You can click here to subscribe to be notified of new and upcoming videos, or you can check out the Fanco Wrestling Show on your favorite podcasting platform to listen on the go. Stop stalling and start listening today.